2H, 4H, 2B, 4H. Okay, where are these going to go? I did get some interesting art supplies today. They are these big crayon-like things. They look like lumber crayons, but they're actually water-soluble, and they make sort of a gray ink. So I was drawing the big steam shovel excavators today, and I still have them in my system here, so let's see what happens when I draw them again. Okay, done. Hello, Ms. Marilyn. Water-soluble pencils. I think I need paper that is not so thin. Somewhere I have watercolor paper. There. Sort of watercolor paper. Let's see what happens here. How's that for a drawing? See what happens. Add water. Just add water. This is the stuff that the pencil is made from just turns into sort of an ink wash or watercolor or something. So that's kind of neat. Add to shopping cart, $1 million. Yeah, they're like watercolor pencils, except they're just this big old honkin' crayon. Lyra Graphite Kreida. Water-soluble graphite crayon. So it evidently has graphite, like you normally would see in a pencil, but it's bound with something that maybe will melt with water. So I've got a new toy to play with, I guess. I do have watercolor pencils, which I sometimes have had some fun with, but not a lot of fun. I also got in that shipment from eBay, I got some Prismacolor pencils, which I love, and I got some other drawing pencils, which I don't like. They're all very hard. These are 6H, so that's really hard, nasty pencils. But I'll figure out a way to use them. I may decide that 4H, 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 I might be able to, sort of score with them maybe. And then on top of it, get some interesting effects. Where did my crayon go? Well, you have a very heavy hand if they break. Were they the very thin ones, or were they the fatter, thicker leads? I just ended up buying, I think, 17 boxes of a dozen pencils each of the silver, metallic silver pencils, which are the thin ones, but I'll see what. I know it's a lot, and I probably didn't need that many in my entire life, but there's something about the silver, the metallic silver, that I think I might enjoy. Maybe drawing on black paper with the silver, and maybe I like drawing all my little watch parts, so maybe to draw watches might be fun. I don't know, maybe not. I drew a butt today. I drew many butts. No, actually, I think I drew 3 butts. They were all the same. They weren't the same. There were 3 total butts, but I did many drawings of one of the butts. It was kind of fun. I need to draw a butt once in a while. So I also tried to make a little animation using my app on my phone called Oh Snap. I did drawings outside of the excavators excavating and lifting their dirt up and pouring the dirt down, and I put them together somewhat ineptly. So I'm going to go out again tomorrow, maybe with different tools, and see if I can come up with a different little animation. I still like doing this with ink that's for fountain pens, where I just, just draw with the ink out of the fountain pen and then dissolve it. Something sort of satisfying about that. And I know that this is not how normal people do drawings, but I've never pretended to be normal, have I? Yeah, it is fun. So I think if I do lots of small drawings like this, that size, I can maybe be able to capture the movement of these things a little bit better. I was drawing very fast, but they were working faster than I was drawing. But if I can maybe draw this size rather than this size, I'll be able to keep up with their movements. And then maybe I'd add yellow pencil and then go back with this, just have a mixed media clusterfuck. And then make a little animation. These are the drawings I did yesterday. And the drawings I did today are these. And I sort of put them together to make a little animated video that looked rather silly, but let me get my phone and I'll show you. Just a minute. So this was yesterday's thing. And then today's is this one. And I've done other constructions, animations of construction things here. Excavators. So anyway, I'm trying to capture the sort of whatever the thing is I'm trying to capture. What am I trying to capture again? I just want to see something here. Square, G, done, create, start shooting. I want to see how close I can get to these things. I guess I can do that. I need more white. Oops, how did that happen? Let's see what these things, let's see what my award-winning film looks like here. What do you think? Beautiful? I sort of like the size of this though, these drawings. So maybe even these might be better. Let's just try something here. P. Gustafson. My pen go. Let's just do. Okay, how's that for 3 frames in a movie? Three frames in a movie. Tina, I can't help you. Okay, let's see what this does. Cat, I can't help you. One, two, three, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see what this beautiful movie is going to be. Pat the cat. Hi, tonight sleep. Play. Cat. It kind of works. Uh, this is a 6S, I think. Kitty. Tina, just a minute. My cat requires me to have a little talk. Tina, what do you want? My cat requires me to sit there and watch her eat. I'll show you Tina from a movie. She's in the other room eating, so I'll just show you what she looks like. How does this thing work? Where's my photos? No, I don't want to show you that. No. No, 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 no. Boy, I have a lot of pictures that are not suitable for work. I draw people, and they send me pictures that I draw from, and many of them are not suitable for work. Okay, where's there a picture of my cat? Let's go to Instagram. There's one on there. Here's my cat playing. Get it? Anyway, that's Tina. I draw the figure. Here's a butt. There's another butt. There's a butt. I can draw the figure, yes. She is very cute. But she can be a pill. It's just this whole idea of me having to watch her eat. It's like she starves to death, and I walk into the kitchen and she sticks her head in the food and she chomps down at the food. And why do I have to be there to witness that? I don't understand. Inspiration for what? Drawing naked people or drawing these things? I see these things right outside my door. There's construction going all around me. And the other subjects I'm finding on Instagram, and there's lots of artists and lots of models that are willing to pose and artists willing to draw, and it's fun. You know, we're trapped by COVID, so people pose virtually, I guess. Well, I'm not YouTubing all of it. Most of my YouTubes have to do with pens. And I felt I had a particular point of view about pen collecting that most pen collectors don't address. So I felt I had a niche to fill. But I also draw, and I also have a very particular interest in what I find interesting to draw, which tends not to be things that people normally would think worthy of drawing. I'm not talking about the figure drawing here. I'm talking about drawing the crumpled up piece of paper on my floor, for example, or the dirty dishes in my sink. I enjoy it enough to do it. I don't do it every day. There's times when I just am not in the mood, and I go without doing it for quite some time. And other times I'll have live streams all day long, and people join me and we talk, and we play with pens and we gossip and we catch up with each other's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Have I asked you your name yet tonight? I can't remember. Do I stay alone? I live alone, more or less, if that's what you mean. Tonight, are you going to tell me your name or not? Oh. No, it's fine. You can therapist me. Hi, Cosmo. It sounds like you're from Switzerland or Italy. Cosmo sounds like a Swiss name or something. Cosmo. Let me see if I can write Cosmo out to make it look pretty. Cosmo. Cosmo. Finding friends online can be dangerous, and very depressing and sad when you realize the person that you think you're talking to is not at all like they end up being in reality. But if you are living in a world where you have to stay 6 feet apart and wear a mask and not be in a room that has more than one other person in it or whatever, it's perfectly fine to make a connection with anyone in another realm. Back before the interweb and the telephone, people had beautiful relationships just by writing letters back and forth to each other. And they may never have seen each other, and yet they have a relationship that's meaningful. It's the danger is, I guess, is if Pierre is talking to Cosmo, and Cosmo, you tell me that you're 7 feet tall and ruggedly handsome and a millionaire, I'm going to start having a little fantasy about Cosmo. And then I find that you're a fat old man living in the basement in New Jersey who has mold growing on his feet because he doesn't move. That is bad. But there's also a perfectly good, I sometimes know that people, I get scammers all the time, and I know they're scammers, and I enjoy having a conversation with them because I trick them into admitting that, well, they don't ever admit that they're not who they say they are, but it's sort of interesting to trick them. I'll tell them to take a picture. I want to see the view they have out their window, and they take a picture, and it's noon, and there's palm trees, and I'll send them a text and say, well, I thought you lived in Minnesota. Well, I do. Well, they don't have palm trees in Minnesota, dear. So it's sort of fun to, okay, I'll pretend that you're who you say you are. It's not hurting me any. It hurts me if I believe them. So Cosmo, if you're not a 7 foot tall millionaire, tell me now before my fantasy is completely built. I met very many nice people online, and I've met them in person, and they are even nicer in person than they are in my imagination or the pictures that they send. But there's many that don't live up to who they say they are because they're lying all the way along. But if Cosmo, you're in a room and you tell me a joke and I'm in 2 feet away from you and we both laugh, that's funny and that's great. You could tell me you could type a joke right now and I might laugh and it's funny. It's still a joke and it's still funny. So I don't see there's a harm in that. Oh, well, do you have a real name? Is your, if I were to ask you to look at your birth certificate, what would that name be? And are you a therapist, or are you a scammer that's going to want me to buy a gift card for you? It's kind of fun, this big old crayon. I only have a few of these, so I shouldn't waste it. But I know that I need to use a watercolor paper. I think I know your real name, Ms. Marilyn, but I won't tell anyone. Because it showed up on the PayPal account or something when you bought that pen from me. But anyway, I know you as Ms. Marilyn, and that's how I think of you. So whether you like it or not, you're always going to be Ms. Marilyn to me. Did Cosmo run away? So what would someone whose friends call him Cosmo, what would that mean? Would that mean he's cosmic, or he likes to drink cosmopolitans, or he's cosmopolitan himself? He's very urbane. Or is he exactly the opposite of that? And friends call you that because you're not cosmopolitan at all. It's like, you call someone who's 7 feet tall shorty, and they're not short, but that's just what they. I see. Cos Moriarty. So your first name might be, what's a man's name that starts with C-O-S? All I can think of is Cosima Wagner, but that's a girl's name. Now let's try writing Moriarty out. I like at the game of guessing a name. I'm not very good at that, but Morarty. Well, I will assume that your first name starts with Costa. I think that's a male name. Could be Constantine, might be sort of abbreviated to Costa, Cos, maybe. Cosmo. That's what you're called. It's not your name. Cosmo, C-O-S. Moriarty. Yeah. The Napoleon of crime. Another hint, S in the middle name. Something S, C-O-S-S, Moriarty. What was the name of Oh, that was Cornelius Vanderbilt. Is COS? Oh no, COS. There we go. So C.S. Moriarty. So its first name is so Conrad, Colin, Cole, Cassandra, uh, Corbell, uh, Conrad. I said that already. Conrad. Um, Comstock, Colgate, Colgate S. My name is Colgate S. Moriarty. Oh, okay. Constanza, Cosima, Cordelia, Comilla, C-O, cohabitate, Coco S. Moriarty, Cosetta, LMNO, Cope, C-O, Colette, you're Colette. Colette, Susanna Moriarty. You're a duck too. So anyway, back to the therapy. Do you have, I know you can't talk about your patients specifically, but you might be able to talk about a group of them generically. Do you find that people can't interact with anyone because they're typing too much and interacting with this imaginary creature that types back at them? Tina, Constance. Oh, I've never Constance. I've never heard of that name. What, Kitty? I've never heard of that name, and I've never. Constance. Seems like Constance with a N-ectomy. Tina, I know. What do you want, Kitty? I can't see you. If I step on you, I can't help it because I can't see you in the dark. What do you want? Tina? Hello, Gary, Scott. It's such an interesting name. If you can tell me where you're from, where are you from? It seems like such a European kind of name. Hey, Friedrich. Okay, cool. It seems like a very European name, Constance. And it's hard for me to say because I want to say Constance. Ah, Greek. Constance, but it's not. Her name is Constance. There's no N. There's no initial N. Costance. That's the weird part. Have you met another Constance in your life? I have yet to meet another peer. Yeah, this is a dame. Cost, Costa, Constance, Constance. Oh, you're Constance. Okay, Constance. Well, that makes much more sense. Constance. Now it's all perfect. Well, here's Ms. Marilyn's version of your name, which is beautiful, but she spelled it wrong, as did I. Constance. Okay. Constance. Well, let's do it right, Ms. Marilyn. Chloe and Zoe. Now, does Zoe have an umlaut over the E? Some of them do. You know the song, through the dismal swamp, I've gotta go where you are. That's about someone named Chloe. Do, 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 do. No chains will ever find me, searching for you. Kitty, do you want to sing? A C is really hard. You know, you make it look fancy, it just looks more like a pubic hair run amok. You know? A pubic hair run amok. That's what a C looks like. I don't like them either. An O is okay because an O is balanced. The C is way sideways balanced. Tina, what do you want? Kitty? Tina? C's are difficult constants. I finally learned how to do, I saw in an old ledger book how someone did a C, and I really, really liked it. Generally, I don't like letters that just turn in one direction. Now, if they're always just turning left, like the C, you can't, it's not fun. An S, for example, has all sorts of different, there's a turning left and turning right. Kitty, and there's a straight line and a curve. But I saw someone do a C that started like an S in an old ledger book. They went like that. Cash on hand. And I just love that C. Tina, what do you want? Kitty. So again, letters that have two directions that they go are more interesting to me to make. A letter I don't like, I don't mind doing it, is a K, but I don't like a letter that I have to pick the pen up and start a different line. And there's no real way to make a K where you don't lift up the pen. Otherwise, it might end up looking like a weird R. Beautiful babies sleep every night. Oh dear. I use sleeping pills. That's what I do. Cash brought forward. It's supposed to be a W. You don't pick your pen up for your K. How do you make your K? You do something like that, maybe. Suppose if you write angularly, Karl Friedrich. If you make a little k and but you make it like a big K, it'll end up looking like an R. It's just I don't know. I don't like the idea of going back over the same letter. I wonder if I know where this book is. I'd love to show you this really interesting alphabet. It's in this book. This was so much fun. I got this book for, I don't know, maybe I bought it at a bookstore. Well, home for Christmas 2005. And my dad was at a barber shop. I was at the same barber shop. My dad was getting a haircut. And I was trying to figure out how the hell this alphabet works. And it was a script alphabet. And I couldn't figure out how the letters worked. Actually, come to think of it, I got a haircut too. Because that's when so I'm looking at this page. And I thought, okay, I see that's an A, that's an A, that's an A. Where's the hell is the B in all of this mess? And I looked through, I couldn't figure it out. I got my hair cut, and I left the book on the coffee table or by the chair, wherever it was. And I came back going this way. And I looked at this and I thought, oh, fuck, they printed this upside down. So you turn the book upside down, and there you have A, B, B, C, D, etc. I'm going to make the R, though, the way they make it. And it's really, really neat. I have to do it with a pencil because, just a minute, it goes, find a pencil that works. Can we do that? Is that possible? Okay. Swirl, swirl, shaded swirl. Then it goes up here like this, over. It's almost like a cadle. So that's the R. Okay. That's how Friedrich makes his K, and that's how he makes his R. Yeah, it's really, and the K that comes with this alphabet is, this is how they do it in one stroke. Which is kind of neat. Shading it, it goes, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, they have two different Ks, but anyway, this is the one that down. Their D is really, really fun. My light in my fucking house here is driving me mental. The light is bouncing off the page into my eyeball at exactly the wrong angle, so it's glaring. The D, how the hell does this thing work? That's the D somehow. How is that a D? It is, trust me. D. It's so weird that that's a D, but that's a D. Should I take a picture of this and send it to you, Marilyn? Tina, are you still alive? Oh my God, what the hell letter? The Q. Oh my God, the Q is just it looks like something the cat puked up. Where the hell does it even start? Q, like this. No, does it start there? Yes, down here like this. That's the Q. Okay, here's Constance. Constance. Okay, it's in 3 parts. You'll have to do the deciphering yourself of what letter is supposed to be what. I think both are equally old-fashioned. It's an old-fashioned kind of name. But Dwight is, if we didn't have a president named Dwight, I don't think anyone would ever have heard of it before. Dwight Klopfer. Who the hell is Dwight Klopfer? That doesn't sound like a Greek name to me. Is that your husband's name? Loeepfer. Well, that's a German name if ever there was one. Klüpfer. Klüpfer. It's a pretty cool alphabet, though. I'm not saying anything. I love my name. I have never met another peer, but I do know of one. And I met his brother. His brother, I did work for his brother, and he said to me that, "Oh, my brother's name is Pierre." And I thought he was just humoring me, but I was at a art opening and for a fancy art opening, and where they had name tags, and I said, "My name is Pierre." "Oh, you must be so and so's brother." And I said, "Well, no, I'm not." So I do know this person exists, but I've never met him, and nor have I met any other peers. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now. So nice meeting you, Constance. And you like the X? I'll have to look at it again. So we'll see you later. Bye, everyone.